A single joke perfectly exemplifies why Kamala did not show up. Yeah. When he says white dudes for Harris, the woman yells and he goes, "That doesn't sound like it." That is quick wit. That was funny, even outside of the joke he had scripted. Trump knows how to play a crowd. This is why The Apprentice did well. This is why Donald Trump was a celebrity, because he knows how to entertain large groups of people, and that wins elections.
Norm Macdonald, actually, the late great Norm Macdonald, actually praised Trump for this once, and he did this interview up in Canada. And he was talking about, and he kind of catches himself. He's like, "Oh, I went to one of these Trump events once where he speaks to these large halls, and just to see how it was." And he's like, of course, caveat. And he said that what he's doing is an act, and he's doing an act the same way that Norm comes from the stand-up world, and he's like, this is the same kind of act that anyone would be able to do, and he's actually quite good at it. And if you're someone who doesn't like him, then maybe you should try to understand why it is that so many people like it, and it's clearly very effective. And he pointed out that one of the reasons why current SNL isn't able to do a good impression of him is because to do an impression of someone, which, by the way, Dana Carvey's Joe Biden is the best one they've ever done, is because to do a good impression, Norm said, you have to actually like the person. And what does that mean? Is that because nobody hates themselves. Right. So if you hate the person and you're doing an impression through that, which all of Kamala's humor is, because it's all mean-spirited, and this, Seamus, humor better than anyone here, that if it's mean-spirited, it will come across in the art and it will not be funny.
So take a look at when Alec Baldwin was doing Donald Trump.
Right.
It didn't make sense. He was just making weird faces and going, yeah, yeah. And it was like, or when Family Guy mocked Trump, it was over the top, a clown with an orange face and tiny hands fighting Trump. And it's like, but these aren't like, here's the problem I have with this is make fun of Trump by exaggerating the things that we know he does. So when I do the Trump voice, I always just go cartoonish with it. The radical left. And then I always say, everyone agrees. At least that's what I've been told. So it's like, take actual characteristics, exaggerate them, and people understand the joke you're making. What we see with the liberals and SNL and the left, when they mock Trump, they make up fake things about him and then make a character based on the fake ideas they have about him.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Shane Gillis has the best Trump impersonation.
He's great. Question. It's great.
I think some of the best Trump impressions, and by the way, Trump is far from my strongest. I do the Trump impression because I'm the person available to do it for the cartoons. But one of the issues with the most Trump impressions is they're making fun of this idea. It's not even just that they don't like him. It's that they have no idea who he is. They have this idea of what Donald Trump is in their heads that doesn't correspond to reality. So it's like, I love Russia and Putin. And that's the joke. It's stuff like, I'm a fascist. All of the jokes are really lame and overly political and just trying to make a point rather than just riffing on some of the silliness that you can get out of a Trump impression.
Alec Baldwin kept doing a weird thing with his mouth where he would like squeeze his lips together and go like this. Yeah. Trump doesn't do that. But the reason why he was doing it is because the photos that they use of Trump are mid while Trump is speaking, and he'll be talking, and then he'll go like this, and then they'll freeze that image of him and use that. So in Alec Baldwin's mind, he doesn't watch clips of Trump. He doesn't listen to what Trump has to say. He sees pictures in the liberal press over and over again of Trump making that face, and so he makes the face. Then anybody who actually watches the news is like, why is he doing that face? What is that?
That's what, in that interview you're referencing with Norm Macdonald, he talked about something him and his co-writer did not like, which was they called clapter, which is just easy jokes.
John Oliver.
It wasn't John Oliver, it was Jim someone. But that's what John Oliver does.
Yeah, that's John Oliver's whole career.
Terrible, but specifically they were talking about Seth Meyers, which is the guy who took over Weekend Update that Norm used to do. And they were saying they just make jokes based off headlines, because they're buying into the caricature of the person, not the real person.
And the point is to entrance people and like, this is the acceptable opinion. This is okay. This is what we believe. This is what we agree. Right. You continue to clap for it. And the point is not for it to be funny. It's not to be factual. It's to create a sense of tribal coherence so that you identify with the political positions, you identify with the philosophy, and none of it is based on reality. It's that meme, remember that meme that Elon shared, that low testosterone males, they don't look at, well, what's true? They say, what are okay with people? Yeah. What's okay for the vast majority of people to think I think is true, what's okay based on that. But the reason why this particular video is funny, making fun of the white dudes for Harris, is because, and this is why humor is like 150% of the truth. The reason it's funny is because the vast majority of polyamorous males are liberal. So, of course. So the white dudes for Harris, they do actually have honey, get in here. Kamal's killing it. Bring your boyfriend. Because that's actually
Get your
what it is.
boyfriend. They got him. They got Trump.
Do you think, and I haven't done any reporting on this, but do you think that he had any like professional, he's got a lot, obviously he's gone on like Theo Vaughn and a bunch of these different, comedian podcasts and shows. So do you think he had anyone professional?
I think Barron is sending in memes.
Yep.
Barron.
I think Barron had to have helped them with the wives and the wives' lovers. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Barron said cuck and they went, I don't think the people here will understand what that is. So let's say
Yeah.
wives
I wouldn't be
lovers.
surprised
Or
if
I
Tony Hinchcliffe wrote a few of those jokes. Some of those were
Yeah.
so sharp and so like roast worthy, like new school Don Rickles type. That those guys, that crowd, the Theos, the Kill Tony crowd, I think they must have written a few.
Has Trump, wait, Trump has not gone on Kill Tony.
No, but we're manifesting it.
No, we can't enforce that.
Well, no, that's
He's
the thing
got,
too.
there's 2 weeks, 2 opportunities for him to go on Kill Tony. That would be the biggest podcast in the
Has to
history of
happen.
podcasting.
He was on with the Undertaker today.
Are you sure he wasn't
Oh,
on?
really?
He's on the
Shane
Undertaker.
Gillis
I thought he was on.
as Trump.
Okay, so Shane Gillis was really good.
Donald
Shane Gillis
looked
was
like
Trump
on
and Trump
Kill
have to do it.
Tony.
It has to happen.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.